Hello IndyGame fans, the final recap video on the IGN Summer Expo 2020 has another lot of impressive games, with some big name developers, returning series and long anticipated titles, beginning with 30XX. The sequel to the roguelite Mega Man-like 20XX changes the art style to my favourite pixel art and just looks to be a bigger, better iteration on the formula.
Hello, Mr. President. You will not catch me. I built all this empire. Hundreds of hospitals and schools. I created thousands and thousands of jobs. Extreme poverty has disappeared. People have a better life now. Drugs? It is just the law of the market. When there is demand, there is supply. Why your citizens want my drugs? Yes, I am a killer. What about you, Mr. President?
Tycoon games have come a long way since Zoo Tycoon, with the latest upcoming one to be Cartel Tycoon, which sees you as the head of a drug operation in a fictionalized version of 1980s Latin America. Interesting theme, and there is also succession, since the death of your leader is inevitable, but lieutenants will rise up to fill that void. Amazed with the visual style and mechanics of the beautiful Crisp Tales, a turn-based JRPG that allows you to play in the past, present and future all at the same time. Very curious about the time mechanics and how that will affect gameplay, but stunning art, and this one has a release date in November. Dead Static Drive self-describes as Grand Theft Cthulhu, so imagine the open world mayhem of GTA and some really creepy eldritch monsters. Find a way to survive as the world collapses around you while you are on the road, and this looks interesting conceptually at the very least. One of the cleverest things that the developer of Dreamscaper did was to release a free prologue demo, which, according to the developer, has been pretty popular and did aid in stirring up interest in the title. This is an action roguelite where you explore dreamscapes and fight nightmares with some good feeling combat, and should be another good one in the genre.
Ultimate Knockout! Door Dash! Oh, they've got to get through the door and they're in a real hurry, but most of the doors are fake! Oh no! That's gotta hurt!
As highlighted in the video on the Devolver Direct, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout is an online multiplayer title where you play a variety of platforming and party games in a bid to be the last one standing. This trailer goes a little bit into detail with regards to the exact games that you will be playing, with many of you rightfully pointing out that this does resemble Takeshi's Castle.
Full mountain, but only one will achieve kinghood. Who will be the monarch of the mountain? They're moving past the hammers now. Watch the turnstiles, it's the fruit chute. You get to your local supermarket and suddenly somebody's throwing fruit at you. What are you, a doctor? They're trying to keep you away. Too many apples, too many bananas, too many peaches and pears. Keep going, keep on pushing through. Hoarders, only a few balls and too many people trying to steal them. Red duck with the win. That duck is so goth, it reminds me of being a teenager. Moving on to the Jump Club. Oh, it's a classic event based on Jump Rope. One of the favourites, our champion here, chucking and jiving, doing his best to stay in the competition. Competitors trying to stay on the platform. Everybody knows about full ball, it's like soccer, only bigger and ballier. He's almost got it, they've almost made the recovery. Blue team on the recovery, no! denied. Ooh, no goal. Block party. The lights are on, the beats are bumping, and it's time to hop these yellow bars. And they've done it. They're all over it. Everybody's a winner. Everybody's winning. Hit parade. Watch for the boulders. Watch for the falls. Watch for the fall guys. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's getting hit. They've kept their balance. The bird tail really helps out in this scenario. To the slime climb. You've got to watch out for these. Oh, warning pants, duck face in the lead. Look at that waddle. He's got the confidence of a champion. Oh no, and he's over the edge. Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, PlayStation 4 and PC, Summer 2020.
I do love video games for how dumb they can be sometimes, with Fight Crab being a prime example. Literally a fighting game starring those tasty crustaceans, where you can wield a variety of weapons such as sickles, swords, halberds, chainsaws and lightsabers in this insane competitive title. The wonderful but perhaps bittersweet JRPG Haven is the next title from developer The Game Bakers, best known for the boss rush title Fury, and has you playing as a couple who eloped to a deserted planet in order to be together. There are resource gathering elements and quite the interesting looking combat system, with a title that looks especially great if you have a significant other to play this with.
The love relationship is at the heart of the game. You play a couple. You share the intimacy of two lovers who have been together for a while.
Were the lights off?
Stranded on Source, they're looking for ways to repair their ship. And it's not an easy thing in an unknown world, shattered in floating fragments and shaken with tremors.
It's shaken a lot.
When they have to fight, you control both characters at the same time. To be efficient, you chain your actions or synchronize them. It's real time and feels a bit like a rhythm game or playing a two-player sport. After a fight, hugging or kissing will give them a nice little health boost. But in order to recover completely, they craft balms and cures and improvise meals with what they gathered on Source. Eating isn't just about health and stamina. Sharing a good meal and everything they do together is really what builds the relation and the characters up. And when the mood is right, they celebrate over a drink and share a special moment together.
The name's Mayday. I wield a guitar. And he is...
Zook.
And he plays the...
Drums.
Bunk Bed Junction. That's who we are. And we're here to stop NSR from controlling everything.
There's only one music in demand right now, and that is EDM.
The people of Final City deserve to know what rock is about. It's time we fight EDM with the power of rock. The music revolution starts right now.
I am DJ Subatomic Supernova. What have you done today, simpletons?
You're disrupting our music revolution, man. Let's get this over with.
Big shout out to the Malaysian developer of No Street Roads, a musically themed action-adventure game where it is about taking down EDM with the power of rock. Interestingly, this has Japanese voiceover as an option as well, so they did go the extra mile and the musically themed battles seem pretty good.
Green light!
Circus ends now, 10-10.
Load and shoot! Maintain Operation Party all night!
Unfortunately for us, Raji and Ancient Epic has not gotten a new trailer in a while, and I feel like I've shown this off a bunch of times, but this action-adventure title set in ancient India is very unique and worth checking out. Fight demons and even carry out platforming Prince of Persia style with some awesome looking combat, and should be quite the unique title. Developer Tactical Adventures was founded by one of the co-founders of Amplitude Studios and is a mid-sized company that has a vision for making RPGs, with Solasta, Crown of the Magister being their first title. This uses the D&D 5th edition open game license and looks to make their mark on the genre, with aspirations of being like Baldur's Gate, while having an intriguing looking tactical combat system. Bossa Studios' Surgeon Simulator captured the hearts and minds of many back in 2013, especially so in the YouTube community, so the sequel looks to bring the madcap action into a new age. This adds in new operations and even allows you to explore the entire medical facility, and also adds in 4-player co-op, so expect plenty more wacky moments videos to flood YouTube. This also adds in a creation mode that lets player-made content take center stage.
When we were young in this place, the Falconeers were messengers and guardians. They carried memories and spirits to the beyond. Now those origins are lost and their lives and memories are lost to battle. But you can learn from them, their memories soaring through the clouds above the seas. Let us find out what stories remain in these splintered fragments the currents have brought us.
I missed the Panzer Dragoon train since I never owned a console that it was released on, but based on what I know, the Falconeer seems to be inspired by it. An open-world air combat game, this has you riding on a gigantic bird and dueling airships, sea ships, and even airborne monsters as you explore the world. It looks so great with a tremendous sense of style, so cannot wait to dive in.
You always end with me. You always return here.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times, but it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
The Forgotten City is a fully fleshed out detective narrative adventure based on the mod, where you play as a time traveler going back to the Forgotten City in ancient Rome, where 26 lost souls clung to life with a mysterious golden rule that, once broken, would have caused everyone to die. A time loop mystery game in the vein of the Sexy Brutale and Elsinore, this mystery should be worth checking out.
Take a look at this wondrous place. Complete strangers brought together by the fates, to live out our days in a paradise we can never leave. And in all our time together, not a single crime has been committed. Our bond is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. Every moment we're walking on eggshells, and I have grown more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. Someone is about to break the Golden Rule. I need you to talk to my people, help them win their trust, figure out who is about to end our lives, and by any means necessary, stop them. If all else fails, and our darkest fears are realized, I will use my dying breath to give you a second chance. The fate of this city is in your hands.
I've been keenly looking forward to the base building survival game, The Survivalists, from developer Team 17, since I really like the look, and you can even train a bunch of monkeys to help out at your base. The latest trailer showed off some of the co-op capabilities, giving vibes of Don't Starve Together, and should be great given the pedigree. Of course, the pixel art action-adventure title, No Place for Bravery, takes the top spot on this list, since it has absolutely gorgeous visuals which I'm wholly impressed with. Search for your daughter in a war-torn world as a grizzled old veteran, tackling fearsome enemies in a world with a supernatural touch. I remember covering this quite a while back and it did look quite different, but either way I'm hyped, taking the #1 spot. To see more of the big picture, check out these awesome videos and I will see you after the jump.